Okay, with this first movement, we're gonna cover a basic bridge. Now, there's gonna be kind of two different bridges we're gonna use. Kind of a direct 12 o'clock bridge and a bridge at a slight angle. Okay, both have their different values, different uses, and different times you'll use it. So the first thing we wanna understand is the bridge, again, is just about elevating your hips. For now, we'll cover, again, the kind of counterforce idea in a second. But let me just get you to lay down with your head this way, the other way, please. Yep. So come towards me a little bit. There we go. So to maximize the bridge, let me get you to slide this way just a little bit. Okay. If his feet are out here, go ahead and bridge. Good. Okay, not very high. So he wants to bring his feet as close to his butt as possible. If he can, I'll even get on my toes sometimes. Now we're just going to do a 12 o'clock bridge. Okay. So the first thing he wants to do is he wants to just very simply lift his hips straight up north. Okay, this way. So that's just our basic 12 o'clock bridge. You really want to practice, when you drill this, go ahead and lift your hips and kind of hold it for a second, really get that maximum bridge. Okay, now, we'll use this at other times you'll see later in the course. In essence, there's not too much of a counterforce there, but in reality there will be. Now, you notice that he's got feet on the ground, so put your feet in the air. Now bridge. It doesn't happen, right? So again, you need to have your feet or your legs. So specifically, he wants to either have his foot on something or the bottom of his calf on something. Hey, those are ideal. Now, put your feet on my legs. Now bridge. Yeah, perfectly, he can bridge. Put your feet on my shoulders. Now bridge. Okay, put your feet on the ground. I'm not letting him put your feet on the ground, right? Now you try to bridge, it's a lot harder, right? So he wants to maintain, notice I have the inside control. He wants to maintain the ability, if he does open his guard, to be able to get his feet on me, or if I just put here, put your weight there, now bridge, here, even bridge. Now again, if I come down here on his thighs, it's gonna be a lot harder to do that. Notice he has his thighs over, his calves over my shoulders, he can bridge, right? But if you couldn't put your calves on my shoulders, it's not gonna happen, right? Yep. So you have to have your feet or your calves on something in order to bridge. Okay, so this is our basic lifting our hip. Now, there's gonna be the counterforce idea where he's still gonna bridge directly in line with his spine. Now, just to illustrate this, okay, let me get you on your side facing the camera. Okay, you bring your both feet in, and I want you to extend your hips, drive your feet not straight down, but back towards me, and bring your shoulders towards me. Okay, now you'll notice that the hips are going one way, and the knees or the feet are driving something down this way, and the shoulders are driving this way. This is that counterforce. The pressure is going this way, the counterforce pressures are going this way. Now it could be that he isolates here, pulls here, pushes there. There's all kinds of different ways. But a great idea to imagine with this, to give you a visual, is stay where you were, on your side. No, facing that way, please. So let's say he had a knee bar. If he just tries to pull with his arm, maybe. If he just extends his hips without moving his shoulders or his legs, yeah, he'll maybe get it. But, let go of my foot for now. Imagine he has my foot. Now he extends here. Look where my leg would end up. Okay? And the power is, again, he's using the muscle of his back, and more importantly, he's using this counterforce, meaning these two ends of the lever are going one direction, the middle of the lever is going this way. Okay? You'll see this a lot later with arm locks and things like that. Okay? So we're using that bridge I talked about in that situation to attack force into a structure. Okay? Or also occasionally to destroy a structure. The last bridge, we talked about the fact that one of the powers of the bridge is that it elevates a hip over another hip. Okay? So we call that kind of a positive rotation versus the shrimping, which is a negative rotation where a hip is going underneath. Also shoulders, same situation. So this time he's going to lay on his back. Let me get your head facing the camera and come this way. So instead of bridging straight up this way, come this way just a little bit more. No, towards the fence. Okay. Where are you strong?
Where I look at.
Right? So what he's going to do is he's going to move his head slightly out of the way, look where he wants to go. Always. We'll cover this more. You are strong where you look. One of the biggest things people do to weaken themselves is they're looking not in the direction where they're trying to apply force. Okay, so for instance, you look at me, now bridge that way, there's no power. Okay, look over there. Now notice this time when he bridges, he's actually going to be going at 1 o'clock. Okay, so when he bridges, now you'll notice that one shoulder rotates over the other one, and one hip is starting to rotate over the other one. Now, one thing, don't overdo this. Don't bridge to the side. That's not really a bridge. That's a roll. Okay, so he's going to lift his hips as high as he can. The other thing is by doing this, by having his head out of the way, come back. One of the weaknesses of bridging this way, just bridge 12 o'clock, is his head's in the way. So by moving his head out of the way and rolling up on his shoulder, he gets a much higher bridge. Okay, and again, the same situation as before, he could have his feet on me as his base. Again, he needs a base for his legs. His legs are what move his hips. Okay, his hips moving are what allow his legs to work. Okay, so he could be here and bridge. Same situation. He can't be feet in the air and do that. Okay, so if you're sitting here playing around with feet in the air, just expect that you're not going to be able to move because shrimp without putting your feet on the ground. Okay, bridge without putting your feet on the ground. Right? You need to have your feet engaged on something in order to bridge. Okay, so this is one of our, again, our 4 fundamental movements on the ground is bridging. And I'm trying to get you to understand that there are several different kinds of way to bridge. You can use it to attack structures. You can use it to take weight off you, to disrupt my structure, my control of you. There are many different ways you're going to see that we're going to use bridging, but it's an incredibly powerful thing. So when you come in class and you bridge, don't sit here and just kind of do some sloppy quick bridges. Yeah. Okay. By the way, that's one of my pet peeves. When you bridge, you come into class and you warm up, come this way a little bit. Do not reach, bridge this way, do not reach with your hand this way. And I'm going to show you why. Can I get you to move over there? I'll see people do this. Watch my hips. Watch how high my hips go. I can touch the ground fine. Are my hips getting it all high? No. Okay, so people will do this and think they're bridging. They're not. So I like to keep my arms in here and really lift my hips high and then come back down rather than here. Okay? So that is our first movement technique, bridging.